Hello and welcome back to JJ Gaming. My name is Liam and I'll be your host this evening. Today we'll be playing once more The Sims 4. Last time, and I think the episode should be coming up roughly at the same time as this one, we made our Sims. So let me introduce you to Riker Davos. He is a party animal with a gracious nature. He's a bro. Always with the bro fist. And he is self-assured and non-committal. I'll just take you through his outfits, just quickly. So that's his party gear. He doesn't always look like that. Usually he's a cowboy, a suburban cowboy. You know, hard day of going on herding those cars or cats. I think cats are probably more likely. Like, just going ranch cats. Let's see. That's his athletic gear, his sleep gear, and finally his party gear that he was introduced to wearing. His party gear is a bit more different from all the other ones. And now we have Candace, and she'll be our, what is it called? I can't remember what it's called. She'll just be the villain. She'll be the villain of this piece. She's a chief of mischief, so she has the dastardly trait, and I think that means that it's easier for her to do mean things. I can't quite remember. We'll go in and find out. So the dastardly Sims perform stronger and more successful mean interactions. She's a goofball, so she likes to play around. She gets a playful trait more often. She's insane, which is always a good thing. Like, you know, just to be mildly insane. I mean, she doesn't have to talk to people. She just talks to herself instead, and talk to Bob and Fred and Wilson, and you know, all at the same time because they'll all be her. So, and she'll also be evil, so she'll hate good Sims and things like that. She'll just be like, super happy when people are sad, and you know, donate to undermined charities, and just kick kittens and steal babies from candy. Yeah, steal candy from babies. Yeah, steal candy from babies.
Ooh.
Anyway, so that's them. So this is Candace Davis. Candace Davis. She can't have the last name of Davis. Let's make her last name. I'll make something really really dumb. She can have hippie parents. Her last name can be Flowers. No. L. Oh god. So she's Candace Flowers. I know it's a kind of crap name, but that's kind of the point, isn't it? Like, she has a terrible name, and I think I'll get over it. And I have a feeling that she'll pretty quickly remove that last name. Actually, no, because it's whoever's engaged. I don't know how the marriage things work in this. I plan on making her just steal people's fortunes. So, and they can be. I'll just call them the odd pair, because they're not an odd couple. They're an odd pair. They're a bit different to one another. And let's get them started. So this episode is probably mostly going to be the building the house. Although I didn't want to do a separate episode for building the house, just because I usually build houses pretty quick, and so I don't think it'll be that long. And that reminds me, I have forgotten to set my time again. So this episode's probably going to run a bit long, but that's okay because I haven't really done anything yet. So let's get started. So we're going to go to Bargain Bend. And yeah, we'll just get started in the game. So I might also try and explain the movement system a little bit in this game a bit better if we get into building the house. Like if we finish building the house in time. So let's get started. So you just go over there to start building, and then you'll have your little house. I really like this a lot better than in The Sims 3 as well, because you've got a lot less menus to go through, and everything's kind of in the one spot. So, or you can also build these rooms from scratch, like straight up just chuck down a room. I haven't done that yet, but you can just plunk it down somewhere and it'll have like everything in it and stuff like that. That'd be quite good. So let's go to we'll just start with the walls. Now, let's build blocks first, and that's going to be. I kind of want to have a hallway and then lead into a bunch of rooms. So maybe we'll go with. We'll build this can be like their lounge room. It's a lot easier to just move things around as well. So if I make something that's too small, I can just really quickly just like build as well. I really love how they've improved the improve the building in this. And so we're going to put a hallway down the center. And that's going to be just so we can keep extending the house when we need to. This can probably be... What I'll do is I'll go over here and I'll build their kitchen first. So that's going to be the kitchen. Just going to chuck down random rooms for now. That's it. Just super fast. Then you build that. We'll build that off there. That can be the first bedroom. And I'm going to show you how this works now. So you can just drag things along like that. Really easy. If I wanted to, I could even drag things like that. Just to move it along. And I'll have like an extra part off there. So like if I don't want to do that because then actually no, I can just control it. So like that, and then it has like a curve around part along there, and so you can have like these really L-shaped rooms and stuff like that, and it's really good. And then we want to have this is a really plain house right now. I don't want to make houses better than this. Okay, I'm gonna do something a little bit weird. And it's just so that I have to force myself to be a bit more creative in this. We're gonna chuck the bathroom there. And then we're gonna go and build this up along here. And I'm gonna build in like, I want to kind of show off some of the features of the game, and I'm trying to think, because I don't normally, like, they're in the game, but I don't normally use them, you know what I mean? Like, this, I usually just build the rooms how they are, and I don't build L-shaped rooms, because L-shaped rooms are kind of weird. But what I'll do is I'll just do that, like along there, and I can be like a little study part, and I'll have their bed over there. So this will be another bedroom, lounge room, kitchen, bathroom, other lounge room, hallway, and I don't know if that hallway is long enough, like it's like large enough. So I might, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do, no, well, found the floor. I hope they can walk through that. I hope they can walk through that, and I'll find out. I'll find out with the doors. So you just click on like the door. So I want to build a door, so I click on the door, go up there, and we want to build a really cheap door. And I really don't like that they got rid of the creator style. Like everyone's complaining they got rid of the creator style. They really should have kept the creator style. That's all I'm gonna say. They really should have kept the creator style. Like I don't know why they. I know why they got rid of it, but I just wish they didn't get rid of it. And I have a feeling, I have a sneaking suspicion, they're gonna chuck it into an expansion pack, and that'll piss me off, and I'll probably stop playing this game forever if they do that. So Maxis, I will stop playing this game if you chuck creator style into a further game. That's such an expensive door, and I want it just to look like a cheap door, but I don't want the house to look crap. And this is the why they should have kept the creator style. Maybe they thought the creator style made it too easy. I don't know. You know what? Damn it. See, okay, we'll just have a more white house than anything. So if the doors are off center, which I don't like, I like everything to be like centered. And I don't mean centered as in like smell good. I mean like centered as in like scented. You know what I mean? Like, I mean I don't mind it having scented like candles and stuff. I mean, nothing wrong with that if that's kind of what you're into, but it's like I think in terms of the doors, we don't really need scented doors. Like I don't care if the door smells like lavender. I care if the doors like, you know, across from one another a bit more. It's just like a little bit better. Alright, so those are our doors. The house is looking pretty crap right now, but let's put in our windows. And the first house you want, oh, that's also another thing that's really good about this, is that you can place where you want the windows to be in the walls, and I can also go out and I can adjust the height of the walls, and I never really seen the point of doing that because super low is kind of like still pretty tall. But I think we'll go with medium actually. We'll go with medium this time. This makes the windows look really small, and I have to pay more money for like bigger windows like this, and they take like a lot of room. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and use small windows. Okay, have that one high up. Look over there. And then you can do things like that, like up ascending windows, which, you know, I haven't done a house like that. Again, I'm an alright architect in this but I'm not a great architect. Like, there will be so much better houses, and I like to over put windows in houses as well, just because I'm like, there's not enough natural light. Because in The Sims 3, if you didn't have natural light, well, it wasn't great, and you can just hit shift and click. If you didn't know that, yeah, shift and click helps a lot. So you don't have to keep going back. I think, yeah. You just shift and click. I was thinking that I only hit shift once there, and I knew that you had to hit shift multiple times, but I was like, we'll try it out. And it didn't work out. But that's how life works. I hope they can go through these doors. If they can go through these doors, that's going to be kind of really bad. I normally have my hallways a bit larger than that, I'm pretty sure, so I might still try and do that. And I can do that by doing this. And you can move the rooms right out of the way, which is also great. I'm so glad they added that into the game. It makes things so much easier. So now I can just do that, make this hallway larger like that, and then I can probably have my centered doorways, and yeah, I'm liking that we made this choice. You know, like, I don't want this choice, but I like that choice. It looks good. So now we have that. Our windows are in, doors are in. We're starting to look like a house a bit more. Maybe I can center my doors now. I center my doors. Let's go to the doors. Where are my doors at? Did I delete all my doors? What is going on? Oh, there they are. So I don't. With my games, I'm not sure if I'm gonna make. I don't really want it to be like tutorials into the game, but I will explain a bit of how the game works with each of my games. And I haven't done that in my Pixel Piracy video very well, which is unfortunate, but you know, it was my first videos, and so you know, you gotta be a bit lenient. I think. Just, you know, first videos. So super nervous when doing the first videos. I've calmed down a little bit since then, which is nice. Getting a bit more used to the whole YouTube thing. Yeah, if anyone out there is like super nervous at public speaking and stuff like that, I would actually super recommend just making some YouTube videos. Doesn't matter if anyone watches them. It's just that it really helps you just talk without feeling so nervous, and I find that really awesome. I can't find them. Where is bloody hell is carpet? Oh, that's carpet. I don't know why I couldn't find it. I saw it like 3 times, and I was like, it's weird. So it can't possibly be carpet. I don't normally use carpet a lot because carpet, like I said, it's kind of bland, and even though I changed the color, it looks kind of retarded. So we'll go for this instead, and we'll keep doing hardwood floors in like the main hallway, and I think we'll put in the lounge room as well. Okay, we'll change it up. We'll change. No, I want to have it in most rooms. So we're gonna have that there. Actually, I'm gonna remove from. Yeah, you can't get rid of individual flooring as well, which is another thing that I really don't like. Like, is the thing in this game I don't like is that you can't remove individual floor pieces, and it makes it really difficult when you're building a second floor. Which is kind of a pain in the butt. So we're gonna put in some tiles in the kitchen, and I think we'll go with maybe like black, like these black tiles in the kitchen. All right, we'll do that, and we'll also go for and we'll go for these, the classic bathroom tiles. I think. Like, I've always had these tiles in every bathroom I've ever had in any of the Sims games. And we need to go back to the wooden floors because I didn't do them there, which we need to do there. Alright, so that's that done. Now we just need to put up some of the walls. And we're going to do the outside walls. And this is running a bit longer than... This is taking a bit longer than I hoped. So we're going to put this into another episode. Like, this will be an episode on its own. And then the next episode we'll start living with our Sims. And yeah, so we'll do that, and hopefully then we can get up to all sorts of shenanigans. So about episode 3 is where the actual gameplay will be in. Two-toned houses. I actually had a discussion. Have been having quite a few discussions about two-toned houses recently. I don't mind them. I don't really like the look of these ones though. Although anything that's not two-toned in this game kind of looks weird. I might just have a brick house. Yeah, that's more two-toned, I think. I think we'll just have suspiciously unremarkable. I think we'll go with suspiciously unremarkable. House should be suspiciously unremarkable, shouldn't it? I also don't like that they don't have any like entire outside part as well. Like in the Sims 3, you could just click shift. Like these, I'm just clicking shift and hitting them, by the way. And if you just click shift and hit one of the like an outside wall, and just do the entire house, which was a lot nicer than doing it room by room. And I suppose room by room is still good. And then the entire game is built around, like the architecture is built around rooms. So anything that's not with rooms is like you have problems when things get a bit more complicated because it doesn't know where a room is, and then it all falls apart. So let's go with like this room is so much smaller than this room. But I suppose it's like a master bedroom. I think that the chick will probably get that. I just think that she'd have a way in the household kind of thing. Hit the guy to be like, I want the big room, and she'd be like, no, I'm in the big room. He'd be like, no, that's so unfair. And she's like, nope, I'm a girl. I get the big room. And he'd be like, oh yeah, I can see. Your point is very valid. You get the big room. Because that's how these things usually work. Like, face it, in any share house, but with a guy and a girl, the girl is getting the big room. Like, I mean, she needs all that extra space for like her clothes and all of her stuff like lamps. Oh, it's nice. Like a guy doesn't need much room. Like a guy really only needs like a bed and like maybe a desk. Really, I live in a share house. Guys don't need much room. With a bed, desk, done. Maybe somewhere to store their clothes. If not the floor, then somewhere on the like a small thing for their clothes. Like, there's not a lot of space that's really needed for a guy. Girls typically tend to have a lot more space that they need. I think we'll go with. I've forgotten some windows there. I should put them in. She likes pink, but I think pink looks terrible in house. I think I like to have these kind of like plainish kind of colors in houses. I don't really like what I've done there. This house should be more white than that, or a bit more bright in color. So I think I'm going to go with like some basic pastels. I think we'll go with like that. Maybe brightens up the room a little bit. I think I'm going to probably expand that room. It's a little bit small. We'll go with like a green for his room, maybe. This costs me a bit of money every time I get this wrong. I just kind of a super light pink. I think we'll go with that. Looks a bit better. Kind of bathed in shadow, which I don't really like, but you're gonna have to do something about that. And that's gonna be like maybe it's really super blue as well. I think we'll go with that. And the bathroom can be like white, because bathrooms should just be white typically. Now I think we'll go with like I'm gonna stick to a fairly basic pastel thing. We want to have like blues and whites, maybe and a bit of pink some places. So we'll go with like a little bit like that, maybe on there, and in actually that's just white right there. So we'll go with like blue there and there. And in the kitchen, this is like really gaudy house. I know it is. You don't need to be like, that house is ugly as shit, because I know it is. I know that it looks terrible right now. I'm super not happy with the wall color. But I'm trying to weigh up with it how much time I want to spend doing that, and how much. Let's go with the standards on maybe. Let's see what that looks. It's a bit more retro, I think. I don't know. My experience with most houses is they're usually pretty light colors. And so I like to stick to that, because I think like, oh, I can do that actually. We'll do that. And we'll go with like, maybe slightly different blue there, and in there. I think that'd be good for both those rooms. I think in the hallway we should have like this, maybe. And in the kitchen we'll go with more of that. Like, we're gonna have a very blue house. And I think we'll actually stick. She's gonna painted her room a bit more dark, maybe. Like that. Maybe. No, it looks pretty similar. I don't really like it. Like aqua maybe. And like that for the lounge room. The lounge room and the kitchen can match. The hallway can kind of match can be a little bit lighter, and the bathroom can be lighter still. And his bedroom I think should be a lot darker actually. It's because the bedrooms need to feel a bit more cozy than everywhere else, and dark colors typically make things feel a bit more cozy. light colors typically make things seem bigger. There you go. Key tip for building houses is that now you know light colors make things feel more spacious, darker colors make things feel more cozy. And so you want darker colors in your bigger rooms and lighter colors in your smaller rooms. You just want a lot of mirrors in small rooms. You want a lot of mirrors in small rooms because it makes it feel like there's a lot more space. So then we're going to try and furnish the house. We've got still $12,000 and I should be able to furnish the house. And once the house is furnished, then I think we're going to call it there. This is going to be a pretty long episode. And I really didn't want it to be that long. I was kind of hoping that it wouldn't take us that long to build this house. But I spent a lot of time discussing house colors. Thinking of colors and building rooms and stuff like that. Normally I'd be through this a lot faster, and I don't know what the hell happened. So I apologize that this is probably a lot of time doing that. But yeah, episode 3. That's where the gameplay is going to be. Episode 3. I should have said that at the start of this episode, and I regret that I didn't, because I still had hope that this would be a multiple episode kind of thing. Like this would be like 5 minutes, the house would be done, and then we would start the game. But it was not to be. It was not to be. Alright, let's go with the counters. I don't know, hopefully you guys are enjoying watching me build this house. Like, I'm enjoying making the house, so I hope you guys are enjoying me watching me build the house. And I know it can be a bit frustrating watching other people design things, because it's like, not how you'd want things designed. Oh god, see now I have to delete these. More white. I like white in my houses. Just because, especially for my first houses, I like it being white. I tend to go to like more darker colors when I'm building like second things. And they need to have a sink in the kitchen, so I need to do that. They need to have a place to prepare stuff. They need to have their fire alarm in case they set the house on fire, and they probably will. They will always set your house on fire. When they have like no cooking skill, there's a good chance that they're setting your house the hell on fire. Like they will set things on fire like nobody's business. And it's not so much in this game actually. In this game I've had like a fire like from cooking like once. In Sims 3 it happened all the time. Like if you had no cooking skill, you were gonna set something on fire. You'd make salad until your cooking skill increased. And once you had one cooking skill, it was never gonna happen again. Your house would never get set on fire again unless they were like really inattentive. I really don't like that table. I was hoping. I don't know why I put it there. We'll keep them like that. This looks like a. This does not look like a kitchen table. I don't know why they said this is a kitchen table. This does not look like a kitchen table. And this is a small house, so I think we're going to go with a round table. Perfect curve, maybe. And we'll go with that, because this is kind of typically what you'd have. If you're in a share house, you kind of want to have a small table. Like, if you want this little space, you want to have that kind of table. And you want to have the cheapest chairs you can find. Like, I live in a share house, and everything I got is free. Pretty much everything I got for free. Just lucky, I suppose. I got everything for free. Got like $30 couches. It was great, but I'm not most people, so yeah, you want to get like the cheapest things you can. Like that's university life. You get the cheapest things you possibly can, and you just like it's like I'm gonna get these bright orange couches and this green table, and you get them. If they're like $10, you get those things. You have those things. You don't care about what things are gonna match because you need somewhere to sit, you need somewhere to eat, and you need it's like that. And so you just get the cheap things. And it's like I don't care. At least I can sit down. At least I can sit. Because yeah, if you're gonna move out university, you're probably gonna be like it's expensive to move. Like if you're unlucky and you don't know people with things, it's gonna be super expensive to move. Like you might be able to afford the rent and stuff like that, and like like when I moved out, I was like, I can afford all this kind of stuff like that, and I didn't think about the expenses. And luckily, I moved into somewhere that was furnished, because otherwise I would have been screwed. And like the housemate, the people I moved into with had all this furniture stuff like that, and it was great. Whereas where I live now, I have all this furniture and stuff because my parents were like, oh, I have this random, I have this fridge that I don't use anymore. I have this couch that I don't use anymore. And I was like, sweet. And I went to garage sales and got all this stuff, and I got like really cheap stuff. Like a really cheap mower and all that kind of stuff like that. And my mother knew like this person was just giving away, like who was moving, and so they were giving away all their stuff, and I was like, I will take that. And it was fantastic. It was like the perfect time for me to move out, and it was great. Okay, so let's look at this. You need to be careful with beds, and I usually spend a little bit more on the beds for this kind of stuff, because you can see it has uncomfortable there, and that has uncomfortable 1. I don't know why that one has uncomfortable, this one just has uncomfortable 1. And I normally try and get things that are like cheap, but are not going to have downsides of having them, because I don't like my Sims waking up in the morning being super bummed out they had like a super uncomfortable sleep. So I usually spend a little bit more money on beds, just because I don't want them being stressed out in the morning. And they will get stressed out in the morning if they're uncomfortable. Like, they'll be like, oh, my back hurts. Like, you know when you sleep in a really uncomfortable bed and you're like, oh, my back, and you feel like an old person, and you're like, just like that. That day is over. That day is ruined. If you wake up with a sore back, you're like, nah, this day is shit. And it's all downhill from there as well. And just like, crap. I think I'll wait before I get something like that. Just because I'm not sure how expensive it's going to go. I still have to buy the entire bathroom, and I still have to buy a few other things, and this episode's going super long. But I hope you guys are, like, happy that it's going too long, and not like, you know, like, that was a bad choice of bed, and I hope I didn't waste any of my money, because that was a bad choice of bed. I really don't like that they have no creator style. Like, this would be so much better if I had creator style. I think I'm just going to go with another generic black bed. They could have just moved in. It could have been fully furnished when they moved in, and just, like, have all this kind of stuff. We need to have a mirror. Bathroom first. We need the essentials first. I bought a super expensive TV that I shouldn't have bought. I know I talked through it, but that TV I shouldn't have bought it. I should have bought a cheaper TV. And I was like, if I was living there, I'd want a super big TV. Like, and I wouldn't want that toilet, because it's gonna break down a lot. We'll get the modern relief one. You shouldn't have to be uncomfortable when you're taking a shit. I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't, when you're going to the toilet, you shouldn't have to be super uncomfortable. You shouldn't have to be like, this toilet's super uncomfortable, because let's face it, like, it's just not a great thing. And all the super cheap stuff's super uncomfortable, so I usually try and avoid it like the plague. And I hope I can, in fact, do that. So just gonna have him give him a shower. I need to put in a sink. All this stuff's gonna break down a hell of a lot, which is gonna be really annoying. Like, this game, things just break down all the time. Like, it's way too much. Like, way too often things break down. Alright, so I need to give him a mirror, so they can get charisma skill, because charisma skill is great. So I'll put it in her, and he can just go in there and do stuff like that. So maybe we'll put it like... We'll put it like... No, I want that to be like a study. So put it like there, maybe. I'll put like a dresser, like... here, maybe that's where the dresser can go. I'll have like a study, like there, like just a computer there. And I'll get rid of that mirror, and we'll still have a wall mirror, because I like wall mirrors a bit better. And it can go over the top of that. So we'll put that there, and we'll make it brown. It's a super small mirror. I was hoping it would be a bit larger. Especially, well, it's only $100. And now we need to put in some stuff for the study, because this is where they're going to get skills. Your Sims need to get skills to do stuff. If you haven't played The Sims before, you need to get all sorts of skills, and they spend a lot of their time getting skills to improve their job career. And as they get through career paths more, they get more skills, they have more time to do things that they want to do. That's how the game's designed. However, it is very possible in this game to have no career ever, and just to be, you know, a hobbyist kind of thing. And you get a lot more money that way, but I usually find you tend to have less time off, and that's not necessarily a great thing. Now, I know that a lot of people usually get the slablet when they start off, and that's because I don't think they read what the slablet does. The slablet is actually kind of terrible. The slablet only gives you video gaming skill, and it's unbreakable, which is great. And it's just a tablet, and it costs like $1,000, and you're like, oh, that's really good for like something like that. It's unbreakable, and that's fantastic. You don't want the slablet. The slablet's bad. You want to get something like this or this. I think we'll go with this because it looks terrible, but at least it's cheap, and it'll give us a little bit of money to breathe. And we'll give them the boss executive desk chair, because, you know, then you can sit like a boss. And yeah, you want to get something like that because it doesn't just have the video gaming skill. It allows you to search for jobs, allows you to do writing, allows you to have programming skill, allows you to have all those other skills that you need to play the game. And I think we'll give them a chess master, and then that's how they can interact with one another. They can play chess. And I think I'm going to put it outside. We're going to build a little courtyard out here soon. And this is going way longer than I expected it to go, but oh well. It's a nice house. I don't mind this house actually anymore. Like it's looking a bit better. It's growing on me. It's growing on me. I hope it's growing on you guys as well. So we're gonna build a little courtyard out there. I probably can't afford it right now, but I want to do this. It's something that needs to be done, in my opinion. Like it's gonna bug me if I don't. And can I even do it in this? Like in outdoor, we have great gravel and high style concrete. So let's go with high style concrete. What do you mean it must be applied to a room? It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. No, don't you do this now. Why can I not just... Oh, hell no. Hell no. Why would I apply that to a room? This makes me angry. This makes me very angry. Maxis, what the hell are you doing? This is terrible. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. I was doing it by a room, that was the problem. Alright, so then we have the chest thing out there, and we have all that kind of stuff. I probably can't afford much more. I think that's where we're going to call it now. So if you like this video, leave us a like and hit subscribe. I've been Liam, and I will catch you guys later.